Okay, now it's complete. Got to make sure we get the right badging on here. All right, on to the next section here. We're going to be working on lower frames and landing skids. So that way we can get her from sitting like this on the table and looking a little bit better. So on to the next part. Landing skids are done. I didn't put the set screws in here yet. I'm going to wait until I mount these to the frame, because then it sets all my spacing up properly, and then I'll go ahead and I'll throw the set screws in, and I can get the skid pipes set exactly how I want them. But the whole assembly's in, it has the metal supports that are going to mount to the frames. Now next we're going to put the ESC plate on the front of the framework here. ESC plates on. This is a good time as a reminder. These screws right here, the metal parts that are mounted on here, when you get them, you want to take them out, clean them, Loctite them, just like you do with anything else that's already pre-assembled. So just because it's pre-assembled doesn't mean go ahead and use it. It means take the extra time, take it apart, and get it mounted on and with Loctite, and do it the right way. Next up is going to start working on some side frames along with the battery release. So it's really easy to figure out which side frame, because they both look the same. However, the one is going to have the little nut-cert in the side, and that's how you know the one is going to work with the battery release side. So we're going to go on here, and won't take much from this point, and we're going to be able to have the heli sitting up and looking all normal. So I took the side frames after having the battery release on here. Basically mounted them up to the skids a while. That'll make it easy to mount up to everything. At this point, because of the frames being the way they are here, it sets the spacing here between the skids. So now it's easy to come back and put the set screws in to hold the skid pipes in place. You can just measure like the back here. If you measure to make sure this one and this one are equal length from the skid to the back, that'll ensure your skids are even. And then when you look at them from the front, you can just make sure, you know, that they're curved up equally. That way when you put the set screws in, everything just is equal and uniform. So if you have any kind of OCD, it won't drive you nuts, and it'll all look great. There we go. Now she's looking a little more complete, standing up on her own 2 feet, so to speak. So we got your side frames on, the lower side frames on anyway. Now we're going to finish off with a couple of the plates, the battery plate, get a couple other things mounted in here, and the heli itself is basically built. Then we'll just have to move on to all the electronics. Okay, now we got the anti-rotation bracket and the canopy mounts. Anti-rotation bracket, you can see again, comes with some hardware already put together. However, again, you want to pull this apart, clean the hardware, Loctite everything, and then that's going to go up in here, something like that. I'll show you that when that's all completed here. Anti-rotation bracket on, canopy mounts on, almost there. Okay, so now we're going to put the battery tray in. We have this guy going to go in. And this works so smooth. I mean, it goes in and then listen. Listen to that click. Very positive click. I love it. Battery release is right here. Just give a little pull out, little pull front, battery tray right back out. So really kind of liking that quite a bit. You can see the tray here. It's like that little double decker sort of thing. So the top part is what actually slides in, locks it, or slides it to guide it. And then there's a little notch cut out back here, right there, that lines up with the battery latch back here. So it's a pretty neat system. And that is basically where we are at with this heli. I'm going to come back here, assemble everything, and give just a look at what it looks like all together. And there we go. We have a complete airframe anyway. The only thing I got on there is the motor so far, but now we're going to get all the electronics on there. This thing just looks good all the way through. All the way from that tail. It's just become a really good looking heli. Let's take a look at her. And there she is. Man, I really like that canopy. It looks good. AK700 Pro. Just need some blades. The electronics, that's all coming next. I have blades for it. An older set of blades I'm using, but they're some of my custom blades. Actually, I think there might be one thing missing here yet. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, now it's complete. Got to make sure we get the right badging on here. Might have to have that remade in yellow. Might match a little bit better. There we go. I'll do some better pictures of everything here. I'll probably wait until I get maybe some more electronics put in it, blades on it, make it a little more complete. But there we go. That's basically it for the heli build, for the airframe. I hope everything kind of helped out. If you have any questions, give me a shout. Again, everything, this whole kit, all the aftermarket parts, which there are some coming already, can be got at hardcorercproducts.com. Thank you guys for watching this series. I appreciate it. Get out there and fly.